to join.
Hey, traders. Welcome to whatever episode it is. It's like 1038. Hope you had a good one. Seems the equities market did have a good one, and that in turn helped Bitcoin have a pretty good one. You know, up 1.23%. Hit near the PCZ of the shark, right? Where we had two different PCZs, the 886 and the 113%. I mean, it was 111%, 112.1% or something. I mean, it's pretty close to it. And reversal there. Okay, well, it's not a very large pattern, so you could think that a reasonable target for this is going to be from the high point of that small structure to the low point, 50%. You're near it. 9,300 is kind of the target, and something can appear at this area where people go short, and it's that bearish 5-0 pattern. Is the water too loud? Yeah, let me know. I gotta. It'd be crazy to be too friggin' low or too high right now because I've got it. It's almost at nothing. Too loud. Okay, hold. Dude, man. Dude, decibel levels all times. Like, I can't even hear it on my side now. Like, barely. Can y'all hear it, but it's not disruptive now? Let me know. Should be better. I mean, it should be, like, reasonable where you're not freaking out, you know? I'm gonna wait for an update on decibels. So 92.33, just hit kind of the highs of the day right there. It's better. Steve says it's still a tad high? Still too loud. Dude, you gotta understand, like, the decibel, it's like, we can't even have noise. We can't even have water then. So. Okay, I'll just turn it off, whatever. We can't have nice things. We can't have nice decibels. Thanks, computers. And everything in between. That's okay though. Look, we're out in this nice meadow. Someone built this bridge from the future, dude. Could be Elon Musk's company. Was it Tesla? Yeah, his smiley face was up on the starting soon screen because it is their 10-year anniversary as of today. So, congratulations to them for still existing. Somehow launching things into space, kind of revolutionizing aesthetics, and you know, of transportation vehicles, and of course, kind of spearheading the green movement for transportation vehicles. So good for Elon and Tesla. So yeah, all right. Like you'd think reasonably 95 or 9300 could be achieved if it's to, you know, really this is gonna play out. It's playing out. It's almost there. I mean, you're talking less than $100 away, but you gotta wonder, like, would it be? I don't know. I don't think there's much of an edge to go short at 9300 unless you're playing the whole lower high, lower low thing. You're playing like a bearish pattern. Yeah, I mean, you think about it. It's interesting. So you're not getting any help on the RSI, but maybe the MACD at that 9300 area could be where reversal comes. And I'm specifically looking at harmonics, man. Like, that's like, if you want me to bring up, you're like, what's he talking about, man? You know, I understand. At a 50% retrace, let's just pull it up. I'll get you. It's a good one. So where's the Casey Stubbs one though? So real quick, just to reiterate, because I want people to understand the context of what I'm talking about first. All right. Got this. No stream deck, by the way. Let's go. Okay, so you got yourself a bullish shark pattern. We're at 130. Look, it's either the 886 or the 113%. There is no in between on this one. It's not like, oh yeah, it could go between the 113%, 161. Anywhere in between is fine for this one, right? No, it's not like it's like either 886 or 113. All right, so you pretty much, I mean, that is pretty freaking close. 1% off or less is insanely good, okay, for like a reversal area. And that's like kind of exactly what ended up happening on Bitcoin. It's pictured on your screen, right? Okay, so there's a reversal at this area, at this PCZ, all right? A new wave appears. So now I'm talking about real quick, because we've done this before kind of recently, not really, but needs to be brought up, all right? Harmonics, man, that's one of our weapons, dude. Powerful weapons. Just looking for the best. There's that one, but where's the? Not getting help. Oh, that's not it. Dude, Stubbs's bearish 5.0 isn't on. I'm not finding it on Google. Are you kidding me? No way. President Trump's getting purged from Twitch and Reddit today. I mean, it was just in unison. It was concerted efforts. Let's just pull this one up, I guess, because my God, man, it's. See if I can get it. Okay, so 50% retrace off the bullish shark ends up being what is called the bearish 5 where in like a downtrend, right, an asset would rally up to the 50% retrace from the high point of the structure to the low point, as you saw me literally do on stream just moments ago. Right, it runs up to 9,300 for Bitcoin. That is where some people take shorts. That is where reversals occur. It's weird that the bearish 5 and the shark, neither of them are XABCD. They are 0XABC. And D ends up being that 50% retrace that is staring us in the face, or it looms, right, less than $100 away. So you think that that could be in store? But what happens if the money printer goes burr, chat? I mean, the money printer did go burr today. I mean, dude, did you see the last 5 minutes of trading? Everything hit like session highs. Something else, man. We're back above 3,020. Let's go. God, that joke of a bullish bat smiley face brought up actually might be real, because it did reverse at an 88% retrace. He was like, X, A, B, C, D. Is this real? Now that is too toppy, right? There's no discernible higher high or lower high. So either way, it doesn't matter. Look at the context. You don't know what's going on unless you look left, right? 3,020 that we've had plotted forever. Okay. Well, you closed Friday below, but it's not always about the breaking of the ice line or the support. It's about the fall through price action you receive. And the fall through price action we received was nope. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, naysayers. Get wrecked, perma bears. You got to get more data. See how we respond. So at this point, if 3,020 holds, I'm just saying, if 3,020 holds, you could very well see 31.53 again, and a gap fill before that at 31.29. Interesting. Good day. It's a good day for people who have retirement accounts, right? Who aren't part of like the overthrow of the Western society, Western culture, right? Bitcoin can it's kind of really scuffed. I don't even know if we'd call it that. One, we just look at it like a harmonic, right? And a 50% retrace 9,300, and it could reverse there, but 60-minute would be the only help you'd get as a bear. And kind of like Bitcoin technically is in a short-term downtrend, right? I'm talking short-term, not long-term. You're in like a long-term uptrend on Bitcoin, right? Since the recovery started in March. You get a short-term downtrend, you get consecutive lower highs, but the overall uptrend stays intact because your previous major daily swing low has not been breached yet, which for Bitcoin is 8,700. Haven't broken it. So S&P, it's not over yet. 3,020 holds, could very well see 31.32 in time. Money printer could go burr again, chat. Don't be scared. God, what a good start for semiconductors. Micron up 5% after hours. Top to bottom beat. EPS, PE revs, right? All good. Semiconductor ETFs responding positively to that, and all ancillary, all other semiconductor companies doing. I mean, there is some like post-market price action for like Nvidia, AMD, Xilinx too. I'm not sure about microchips or whatever the other scrubbier companies are, but I'm sure they probably were affected indirectly. So great news there. Good start. That was like the most notable earnings. I mean, this was like the kickoff. I don't really know. I'd have to check what other earnings are coming this week, right? It looks so peaceful where I am. Oh yeah, dude. No one's gonna be getting me out here, right? Where I didn't even change the overlay. Maybe we should do that. Make it a little bit more serene. And the weather. Sorry, I've got painters here. A lot of people in and out of my house. It's been that way for the past, I don't know, a week or so. And it's made things really inconvenient for me. Just making sure everything's good and all that around the house. So, light rain, what is it? We're just mostly cloudy right now. Okay, mostly cloudy. Oh, and gold is holding in there. It's not really done much today. That's good, right? The S&P has a rally and gold just hangs out, breathes a little bit. Does look like gold could be ready for that 1776 again and 1800. For real, man. And not balking on that. Got some strong conviction to gold. Which it was a technical play, but certainly a fundamental play too. You can have your cake and eat it too when you have the technicals and the fundamentals behind you, right? Yeah. Okay, just give me a sec. Oh, we're just hanging out, man. Where's the volatility? Like, where's the beef? There we go. Got some clouds. I need to get some more base mat overlays for sure. Okay, S&P, let's go. QQQ, the Qs, win face tattoo, maybe, just maybe, this week, right? Because I'm sorry, I mean, I get that viewership's been down. I get that people have kind of quit when volatility subsides. But if you paid attention, if you care, QQQ did what literally just yesterday I said I think it would test 237.57, whether it tested, bounced off of it, or tested, failed, and dumped to the next support. Well, we tested it literally like the Jesus man today. Big bullish hammer, Harami, and got some follow through. Again, closed pretty much at session highs. And now, with that pivot, with that bullish Japanese candlestick pattern, with the back test of support, you're now showing somewhat maturing hidden bullish divergence on the RSI on the 4 hour. Whoa. Okay. Okay, man. I'm cool with that. Impending price action continuation to the upside. So the divergence certainly played out, where when the divergence was there, you hit the top of the channel, the supply line at 250. The daily was showing it. It's 250 all the way down to 237. That's decent. But what trend is this asset in currently? You can see it. Consecutive higher highs, higher lows, right? All right, King Louis, gonna pause at 3, 2, 1. Boom. So great news, man. Great news, at least a little bit if you care, about the stock market going up, even though we all know it's kind of a ruse because the world is so screwed up right now. I asked for 2019 back today. They said, no, you don't get it back. All right, man. Well, we can look at the NASDAQ real quick. It's like it's almost the same chart. It's a little worse. Same thing. Look, good news. I mean, you've got almost you got bullish convergence. It's not as good as the Qs, for real, even on the oscillator, right? A higher low with lower levels, negative Momo. Now, very critical close today was incredible. I mean, this is so good, right? This February 19th, 2020 was all-time highs. It was before everything changed. Everything crashed, right? So you closed the day above that at session highs of 1.2% today. Very good. This is coming off bearish divergence on the 4 hour and daily. So this is what you want. You want the divergence to play out, but underperform. Do pretty crappy, and then the bulls take right back over. You got bids today. You got a lot of bids at 96.60. So those market participants keeping us above critical areas, man. Wait, we can go to any altcoin that's up a little bit. Most of everything but BAT is up today. BAT because it's kind of been an anomaly, right? When Bitcoin was dumping recently, that was up 5% while everything was dumping. So you get those. They kind of get out of sync with Bitcoin, and they kind of stay out of sync for a little while. So, I mean, this is definitely like outside the box thinking. If there was ever, if there really was what's happening on Bitcoin, like where everything's rounding out, at lower highs, lower lows, like if the reversal truly was to come, you know, it'd be a great shot to take along a 185.31 if it got there. It's not even close, right? I mean, technically, you're back above the range, the trading range that was between 225 and 250. You're above it. You're at 228 right now. So that's great. Bitcoin keeps rallying. This thing's getting back in its channel. That's awesome. You're springing back into the trading range. Good price action. A little bit of bullish divergence there on the 4-hour. Not much separation of the islands. But it was there, yeah, sure. Terrible on the RSI. There was nothing, no help there. So up 3.47%, 1.5% up on the day, like Bitcoin. Oh, it's up a little bit more than Bitcoin. Most alts seems like they are on average. When reality? What reality happened? Did you not see the fastest 30% drawdown in stock market history in February and March? That is reality. But the stock market is forward looking. All right, but it's not just that. It's like the outside variable that no one's ever seen before, that no one knows. It's almost like, hey man, crypto just came out. Can you really apply technical analysis to it? I don't know, man. Like it's this new thing. It's been around now 11 years, and turns out, yeah, in ways you can use technical analysis, though it's still the most inefficient market to trade. Yeah, we see it plays out all the time, and it also fails. So I got an alert. Is there Wyckoff distribution? I mean, sure. I mean, the Wyckoff distribution is still there, but you need to continue the trend you're in, right? The short term, look, long-term uptrend, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows for months. But now, like since we topped out this beginning of this month, this whole month, we've been in a downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So if the trend is to continue, the short-term trend is to continue, you run up and you hit a 50%, 618, 76, you make a lower high in the previous high, and you sell off again, and then you eventually make lower lows. Okay? I don't know. Like, I really wish TA was about me always having an answer for you, but it doesn't always have an answer for you. Not mine anyway. I'm sure there are other people that are better, that always have an answer, okay? Falling wedge, I think it's more of a channel, right? Isn't it? Kind of got rid of it so you could see the Momo shift, but you know, I think everyone gets that. You can just try to mess with that little channel here. See, it was like that false breakout. Then we adjust, I guess. There's like a newly adjusted supply line. If you do like that, right? I mean, I'm talking 1 and 2 on the top, adjusted. 1 on the bottom. Look how this June 15th low tested perfectly, right? So you have 2 touches on the top, 2 on the bottom, well confined within it. This is that short. This is me contextualizing what we would call the short-term downtrend, right? The lower highs, lower lows. You're contained within it, right here, clear as day. So if you ever break above 94.87, you're still not reversing the trend, because that's only step 1. That's just a geometrical trend line. That's just a supply line. That in order to truly break, to buck what we're doing right now, which is the lower highs, lower lows, you'd have to break eventually above 9,800. C, breaking above C resoundingly. But right above C is 99.50 and 10,080. Oh my God, man, right? Lots of adversity for Bitcoin, for sure. But yeah, I mean, within a trading range, you're trying to get back above the equilibrium level, 91.84, 91.50, which is not just the equilibrium level, but also critical support resistance from somewhat in history of this year. Getting close above that, 1 hour, 24 minutes left, increases the probability that you'd run up to, you know, the 50% 618, and maybe, if we're lucky, the supply line of the short-term downtrend that we are in, okay? ring real quick. So this Bitcoin, man, to answer your question, bullish, hidden bullish aversion of the daily? Maybe at this point. Yeah, it's possible. It actually really is. It was like that offshoot chance, just like here. Like no one even believed it could happen down here, right? It happened on both oscillators. Just thinking here, man, right? Low on price, higher low. I mean, maybe a lot of oscillation in between. That's why I don't really like it. That's why I don't feel. Because look, if you talk about this low that you can see, you had this level RSI, and now you're making lower lows with lower levels of relative strength. So it makes it more difficult to say because of all the oscillation in between. It makes it murkier. Doesn't make it as pretty. Just talking about a low, a higher low, and maybe even a higher low from here, right? All depends on the pivot. I mean, look what you're doing right now. All you're doing still, just like yesterday, is you're running up to test the old adjusted demand line as a supply line. You haven't broken back into that yet or above it. Good news is, I mean, like, and this can always change, right? The negative momentum can start building again, but it's always good, man, when you have this extended amount of negative momentum. Eventually, that's going to go positive again, and oftentimes it can come with positive price action. That's what gives you the green histogram islands, right? Remember this? We just had all positive Momo. We've just had nothing. I mean, besides June 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, you've had no positive momentum since May 10th, right? Just forget about it. So it's not over for bulls. Remember, this is same thesis, same argument. The bull trend is not completely dead. The longer term uptrend is not completely dead until you break below 8,700 with a daily candle close confirmation. You know, that's the same thing, saying over and over and over again. There's always a chance for bulls until that's broken. Crazy enough, right? Crazy enough on Bitcoin. Just like talked about yesterday. Low to high, 23% retrace, twice now. 2 times. That's the shallowest retrace. In uncommon conditions, assets that have overwhelming amounts of demand can reverse at the 23% retrace. So that's being put to the test right now. Is there overwhelming amounts of demand and perceived value at a 23% retrace? A 23% sale on Bitcoin? It could be, but it's not really done much yet. It's just maybe kind of starting, but we know common retraces where there is going to be even more perceived value, 63.69 to 79.22, 8,000-ish. So just think about it like that, man. All right, so far there's a 23% sale on Bitcoin. No idea if there's going to be enough demand, enough bids. Is the sale good enough? You don't know. What do y'all think, chat? You think a 23% sale on Bitcoin is strong enough for the cavalry to come in and order or buy Bitcoin? Yeah, only concerns the weekly bearish divergence. Yep, still there. Still, I mean, you got to get a really strong defining candle to somehow thwart that. When next sale on gold Saturdays? Sorry you missed it if you did. As a patron, you shouldn't be asking that question, right? Because you should be buckled up in your spaceship, right? So just switching, well, switch gears since we just talked about gold. Talk about it. Look at it. Look at it. So kind of struggling here. Struggling at 1776. I'm taking it as the market participants want gold to be at 1776, literally on the 4th of July, and I don't blame them, because how often do you get to do that, man? completely kidding when I say all this, right? I could imagine people actually take me literal and think I'm actually serious. Okay, but again, memes and jokes, you can't have those. What do you have, man? So yeah, I mean, hidden bullish divergence manifested into the same highs and no higher. Above 1762, major historical support resistance. Next target, where you are now, there isn't really any resistance. There's not. 1791, I don't know what technically would stop gold from getting to 1791. Besides maybe just equities go insane tomorrow and pump like crazy and fear subsides, the VIX dumps, right? That might affect gold to the downside. But if we're talking technicals, what would stop gold from going to 1791? You go to the daily and you look and you're like, I don't know, Ray. I have no idea. There's nothing here, dude. Nothing. 1791, calling it Kobe, dude, because of technicals. Oh God, he called it, dude. Oh yeah, dude. It's too late. Too late. I didn't even think about it. Socks owns. Yeah, 3 days ago we had our 1 year anniversary of the best times, man. Well, the best times since I've been streaming, really, kind of, right? Where Bitcoin just 3 days ago had hit nearly $14,000, but most importantly, the golden retrace. Let's just look back at it, because around this time, I know people are freaking out and stuff. And we've, I mean, this was before we even hit, before we really even sold off. Dude, gentlemen, up in the chat, let's go! Bruh.
I love me some gold. Here is one to take a look at DKNG.
Oh, Donkey Kong, yeah. You look at DraftKings, man. Thank you, dude. Really, really appreciate that, brother, man. And yeah, we'll look at DraftKings for sure. But just want to revel real quick, because I didn't even think about it. Who knows? It's just kind of like things have been so dead, lately. For streaming, for Bitcoin volatility, market volatility everywhere. It's just kind of like, what do you do, man? Just trying to survive and wait for the cycle to actually do something. Like, we're just in this 2-month lull. Like, sell in May, go away. People were projecting lots of volatility. They were wrong. There's really not that much volatility. It's kind of like every other normal summer. For traditional markets, not crypto last year. This time last year, we're hitting, 13,500 people losing their minds. MK was like, Pawnee, man, he's like, oh, no way, I'm selling now, dude, I'm done. He was done, dude, because he saw the 618, no value being screamed at the top of our lungs. No value. People filming, should have by now, 4,000 people watching. Chat going so fast, it's like a Twitch thought stream, It's a normal Twitch thought stream. So that was a year ago. So, DraftKings. Much different this year. Hey, the 3618, just like Tesla, dude. Just like it. Double top. Broke the neckline at $35. Dumping, right? No edge, right? Nothing's implying a reversal yet. There's no support no real support on DraftKings till $20. I know for a fact when we looked at this, mentioning Tesla, when Tesla ran up to $900 for the first time, it sold off, rallied again. Where? It was the 3620, the 361.8% retrace from this high to low. So, a lot of room to run on the downside. I don't know I mean, yeah, I get it. Maybe it's bullish pin bar. Maybe, dude. But is there anything helping you with that? Nope. That's bearish convergence. Do this the same way we did Tesla. All right, Jevy, man. Thanks for the 50, man. Appreciate it. I mean, do we even have to do this? Like this? Okay, and then measure move. Very easy, man. So you got some room to, like, the 100% measure moves at like 27 bucks. That's like the measure move. That's not where it could stop. I mean, you look left, twig and thatch. This is twig and thatch. Okay, there you go. Simple Bulkowski pattern. Bearish convergence, not oversold yet, right? Room to run. This thing seems like it would do well when sports come back. Sure, maybe. But maybe this was people anticipating sports coming back. Right? Maybe it's like everything's priced in now. And now it's almost like, are sports even coming back like anytime soon because of what's going on? I mean, there's just constant FUD across the markets. Okay, so that's DraftKings. Let's look at Tesla real quick because, I mean, 3618, keep that in your mind. Over at that, closed over $1,000 today. But look here, listen, man. You see this, right? This peak, February 4th. Next peak, February 19th. Look at this, watch. Oh, look, the same pattern Bitcoin's in right now. This is a much better looking pattern, but you go from the high point to low point here. 3618, there it is. The 361.8% retrace. So where we topped, sold off, double topped, and obviously, as you can see, once the neckline was broken, you didn't stop at the measured move, did you? Nope. You continued until you saw the until you finally back tested the top trend line of the right angled and descending broadening formation pattern. Takes a partial decline that we're looking for on Bitcoin eventually. Okay, so now forget about it. I don't think we would call. Look, I mean, you can try to say bearish divergence. Sure, maybe there was, but you're pivoting now, and now you're right back at the neckline. It's almost like accumulation with a sell wall. Private wins. Sorry. Nate, I think your next target is 1139 on Tesla, and I think that you're just. Oh, that's the 4 hour. Sorry, not looking at the right time scale. My bad, dude. Oh, bruh, I mean, really? If this pivots, private wins, tell me what this is. What in the world is this? If that was a pivot point, I'll wait for your answer, okay? And this is the most recent thing going on, not before.
Hype in the chat!
Right, 8. So yeah, there was bearish divergence, and it manifested into a little sell-off, a small sell-off, kind of back testing this February 14th high, and now it's all of a sudden just showing hidden bullish divergence right after showing momentously sized bearish divergence. Because, well, what trend are we in, private wins, man? Right? What things outperform in uptrends, what things underperform or fail, oftentimes, right? No hidden bullish. Right, you get that, right? Where you had a valley, you had a peak in your negative momentum, and now you're making a substantially higher low with actually higher levels.
Now is a good time to publicly apologize to Tech Guru Guy01 for publicly humiliating them in your Discord. Direct messages do exist. Connect 34.715000 XRP.
Oh, is that right? I'm supposed to publicly apologize to somebody giving asinine opinions on something, and their opinions shift hourly. I mean, we're talking polar opposite opinions that are one thing, and they go literally 180-degree opposite in hours, right? And he's telling you what he's doing. No, that's dangerous. And people, what if people listen to him and what he's doing? What if they followed him? They lose all their money. He's losing his money. He's more interested in showing the people in the community he's not making terrible decisions, right? I think that's what he's doing. He wants to be known as not stupid. But the more he acts, the more he talks, the more he types, the more it's becoming evident, right? In a way, and that's not to be denigrating, but dude, again, when it comes to other people getting hurt, why do I never say buy here, buy now, buy this, buy that now, right? Why am I careful always about that? Because I don't want people getting hurt. The game's about probabilities. It's like if he wants to be like spewing off his opinion that flip-flops every 5 minutes, he can do it on his own Discord. It's just getting to a point where it's getting really annoying. Because I don't want people in this community to think maybe somehow he knows what's going on or what he's doing. Because he's not. He's just gambling with options like FYX did. He's just less memey about it. Okay? So, no apologies, but if he wants to keep doing what he's doing, I mean, and he'll give like this analysis on his reasoning with TA, and then he literally the next day flip-flops. But huh? So shame on you. Thanks for the 618 XRPs. Oh my god. That's like super triggering. Who tips an XRP these days? Okay. So Tesla, man, closed the 10-year anniversary above $1,000. Beautiful. We can look at Engine Coin. It's up 10% today. Wasn't too much help on the daily. I think there was a little bit on the 4-hour. I mean, at this point, not really a valley anywhere. God, it's almost like straight line up on this asset, dude. Yeah, but it was kind of like, you know, there's a lot of oscillation in here, so it's murky a little bit. So you could have argued maybe divergence, but, you know, this was look at this uptrend on Engine, dude. Very nice. Very, very nice. You're finally out of it. Okay. You broke, and you even back tested it before you dumped again. Okay, we broke that. But now there's a downtrend, like a shorter term downtrend, just like Bitcoin, right? Really kind of like that. If you don't adjust the bottom, you can see the price action out of it, but no close out, and look, you bounce off it perfectly. But it's really look left, man. It's support area 14.6 to 15.3 cents. That's big time, man. That's a major potential reversal area, and you got some bids there. There were some longs waiting, seems. And so now you're at 17.5 to 18.5 cents, which is more resistance. Way back, maybe. Yeah, look, I mean, this is where we are now. Like this resistance from May of 2018. Lots and lots of resistance up here. So I think it probably has to do with Bitcoin on if it's going to continue up or not, right? You got a supply line clearly at like 18.5 cents. Dow futures up 109 points. Rod Santos, thanks for the update. I forgot about talking about futures. I got it. We'll look at it in a second. Okay. What's up, Fishhead, dude? Little James, you can post, dude. You're okay.
Wait, I'm new here. This isn't a community where we gamble on options. That's why I've lost so much money recently.
Yeah, that could be it, dude. See, you're getting... See, that negative influence, there's not much of it in our community, but I know exactly where it stems, and it's people, one person kind of posting their opinion on what they're doing every single day. Flip-flopping. Sure. Craig, yeah, he's young. But if you're unwilling to really, like... I mean, if you're in the community for a certain amount of time, and it's clear that you're never learning anything, you're just gambling, like, every day, then are you sure that you've got the aptitude to be in this community or something? I mean, eventually, it's like, might as well just... If you want to do that, there are communities, way more communities than exist like mine, that will love that. They'll love to hear your opinions. They'll love to hear you give your daily opinion on where the market's going based on just your feelings. Okay. Watching Bitcoin price? I mean, what, it's down $10 from the last time we looked at it? James, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, so futures. Up $80. Let's
YouTube won't let me post thought in chat. My day is basically ruined.
How is that real? How's that even a thing, man? I don't even know how that's a thing. But thank you, man, for the 10. I really appreciate it, James. So, top left, S&P mini futures, Dow Jones. Bottom left, crude futures, top right, Bitcoin futures, bottom right, gapped up, has now filled that gap. And is no lower yet, 92.45 currently. Let's see what happens, man. That was a real nice pivot on the keys, dude. I loved that. Friggin' loved it. That's exactly where there might be bids for a back test. And you did back test, and you succeeded pretty well. But, you know, it's not over. Anything can happen, right? Tomorrow. So, move thunder. Outside. Afternoon storms. The sun's out, but it's raining. Holy crap, it's raining out that window, and it's not raining out that window. That's insane. What? I wonder if I'll be able to get this, like, before it ends. I don't know, dude. Will it even pick it up? Oh, of course. Of course. Rain. No rain. What the F? Perfect. All right, I got it. Evidence. So engine to BTC is more what? Eventful? I don't know, man. Oh, dude, my Tron to BTC alert went off today. I want to look at that too. That's one. It's a longer term hold because of the insanely large pattern. Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, some really, really nice hidden bullish divergence, I guess, in the end, right? Right, a low, a clear discernible low on the daily, back testing, hold, resistance, as support, rally, sell off. Yeah, look, man, it's like a pivot point, and now you're pivoting again. I mean, that's very possible. So let's see if this ends up being real, right? Because you haven't broken any critical resistance points or anything like that, so it's kind of the same thing on the MACD. I think the demand line you had, right? This uptrend was broken. Don't really know if there's a pattern or anything. Maybe we'll get some more, it looks better with more candles or something. How do we do it? The buying climate is so insane. Look, I'm thinking we had like false breakouts, right? If you interpret it like this, you were forsaken, right? You adjust, you're breaking out like right now of that new adjustment. I don't know, man. Probably best to look at it like a channel, but I could see how someone would be like, oh, it's a wedge, dude. It's a wedge. But this low. Yeah, there you go. So, it's okay. I guess technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. So you got a falling wedge breakout occurring on engine of BTC. Okay, so target for this, if it was actually to play out, if this interpretation of engine to BTC was to play out, then your target is wrong tool. The 50% retrace, 2106 sats, Satoshis. Why is this happening to me? Are you kidding me? What the? It's so broken, dude. First target and second target. This is a big hit, man. I'm just telling you what happens. Like, if you get confirmed breakouts and this actually is to reverse the upside, like the daily helps, right? If you get that hidden bullish divergence and this actually is impending price action continuation to the upside after a pretty decent deep retrace. Look, this is 786, right? Yep, 786 like the Jesus. Perfect. So that's perceived value on engine to BTC, from market participants at least. And I think you could probably look at this like X, A, B, C, D, right? Like a cipher, like a hugely sized cipher. And this would make all the sense in the world then to hit these levels. All right. Nice one. Yeah, engine does look better. Engine to BTC does look, I mean, somewhat better than the US dollar pair, I guess. Right? Cool. So inefficient in here, man. Can't wait to be back. The other, back in my main office. Just reading a little chat. Same old S. Different day. Thanks to the 400 here. Been live for like an hour, so that'll probably be good enough.
Is that a joint?
Reagan's trying to spring again. Using the old high as support. Does it have the makings of a variety athlete?
Yeah, variety athlete, dude. Those are the best athletes I've ever seen, man. God, they're insane, dude. Of course. Just go to the monthly. Just go to the monthly. Yeah, where this thing at its all-time high, $647, is now kind of back testing its August 2015 previous all-time high, right? So it broke it last week, barely, and is now trying to hold on to it. Thanks for the 420, man. All right, you're above it. So 113%, forget it. No valid harmonic here, right? Too bullish, man. Trying to short Jesus on Easter. It's not gonna win. Not gonna happen. Too strong. But straight line up though. Straight line up, man. Like, hard to argue with that. because of that lower low. There's no valid harmonic. But I mean, you could think X, A, B, C, D, and that would take you to unseen levels, stupid levels. But you know, from that 2017 high to the low point at the 1272, trying to hold on, dude. You haven't seen any negative momentum since August of 2019 on the weekly. That is stupid, dude. That's crazy. And that's right when you were building that falling wedge in the bullish shark, right? Not much you can really do when there's just a wave up and there's not much, there's no pattern development. It's just straight lined it. All right, man. So we're just gonna end it on that. Whatever it is. It's like one day Bitcoin volatility will be back. One day there will be a reason. I don't know. All right, dude. Here you are. All right. You want to close the day above 91.84, not below it. You're right at it now. Pulling back. 9,300 is 50% retrace, which is definitely a potential reversal area. So. Thanks for the real ones that actually show up and watch every day. But that might be a thing. I don't know. I got some soul searching to do. Thank you all. I'll just name them out. Grubman, Lil James, Fishhead, Jeffy, and Shame. Thank you, Five, for the contributions. And I'll just be back whenever, like it matters. Till next time, respect the T. Okay.